a big girl. I've had bad experiences with this one. The whole table has to move. It will take me 5 hours to get out.
I'm realizing as a fat person who's like trying to be honest about everything, that I think there's some things fat people have to cope with actually. And one of the things I'm sort of working through right now is the way that some people who are important to me see me. Like some of the ways that people look at me or talk to me, what they choose to talk to me about, make it so obvious that they don't just look at me and see Kateri. They don't just look at me and see a coworker, a friend, family member. They see Kateri who's fat, my fat coworker, my fat friend, my fat daughter. Ooh, that one caught me off guard, but it's true. I don't know. It's just sad that these people that I like a lot and love a lot, like, don't just see me as a person. I'm always a fat person.
Now, Brad and Janet, what do you think of him?
Well, I don't like men with too many muscles.
I didn't make him for you!
Hello, doctor. I'm a fat woman and need some care. Okay, and why are you here today? Well, doctor, as you can see, my arm is broken, and also I'm currently on fire. Shh, she doesn't know I know this hack. Oh, okay, yes. Have you tried losing weight?
You don't have to be perfect or exceptionally great. You don't even have to be good.
But I do! I have to be all those things at once, all of the time.
Born alone and you die alone, and this world just drops a bunch of rules on top of you to make you forget those facts, but I never forget.
Eating disorders are just so awful. Like, they literally ruin my life. Like, they control every aspect of my life. Like, they are literally so awful. I wouldn't wish them on my worst enemy. Yeah, I know what you mean. I have an eating disorder too. Bitch, where? Excuse me? Honestly, it's good that you have an eating disorder. It'll help you lose all that weight so you can be healthy.
These are my arms, they jiggle when I move. But it's okay because these strong arms help me to shake and groove. This is my tum, I can give it a squish. It holds all the important parts of me, including my favorite dish. Here are my legs, they help me walk and jump and dance and run. Here are my thighs, they hold me up and are connected to my hips. Look at my face, my cheeks go smush. My beauty spots have stayed a while. My eyes can see, my nose can smell, and my lips allow me to smile. This is my beautiful body, as clear as day can see. And while it might not be perfect, it was made just for me.
It's time for another of the plus sides of being plus size. Back when I used to go to like carnivals and stuff, they would often put me on my own seat alone for things like, you know, the egg scrambler, which is completely fine by me because I do not want you getting nauseous within my 10-foot vicinity. Having more fat on your body protects it from physical trauma. When I was 19, I got T-boned at 60 miles per hour on my driver's side door, and I was completely unharmed. Fat people tend to float better, which if you live anywhere near water, may come in handy when you really need it. Remember in the previous video where I said where your fat cells is where your energy is stored? Because of this, plenty of studies have shown that fat people heal up from illness faster because we have tons of stored energy to heal. Because our bigger bodies have a different rate of absorption for things, in the same way that it takes us a little bit longer to get drunk, we actually are more immune to the effects of poison. What's up, babes? Welcome back to the plus sides of being plus size. Some people believe this has to do with the roundness of our face, and that might be it. But fat people are looked at as inherently more trustworthy. We oftentimes have a lot better balance than our thin counterparts because we have a lot more weight holding us to the ground and keeping us stable. So biking, boating, helping people lift things is a lot easier for us. Because of our better vitamin absorption as well as our really strong cell structures because of the extra fat in our body, we often don't have nearly as many problems with our hair, skin, and nails. Maybe I just have a big ego, but I love living in people's heads rent-free. I haven't talked about this one nearly as much because there's still a lot of research going into it, but we should talk about the obesity paradox. Obesity paradox has come around because there have been multiple studies and more studies are happening that are showing that chronically obese or overweight people have a higher chance of surviving things like heart disease and diabetes than their thinner counterparts. Are you ready for another plus sides of being plus size? Because I am. So oftentimes with straight men, they really are only nice to women that they find attractive. So since I am deemed an unattractive class of people, I have an instant radar at any time. I've talked a little bit about how fat bodies help us heal and how some things we are less likely to die from if we have said disease, but I don't think I've mentioned that that grab bag of diseases includes things like Alzheimer's and even Parkinson's. I also have a lot better chance of doing well after chemotherapy. My shelf belly is incredible for holding things. Look at this. Look how much room I have up here. I can hold, popcorn buckets, babies, cats, you name it, man.
It never fails that anytime I talk about my eating disorder or all the things I used to do to lose weight, at least one person will pop their head out of the ground just to say, you can lose weight in a healthy way. It doesn't need to be so extreme. And I don't know how else to explain that for me and for many, many other people, that is simply untrue. Because the second I start ignoring my body's cues, it's over. The instant my body tells me it is hungry and I choose either not to feed it or to underfeed it, which is what a calorie deficit is, it knows it's time for famine. It goes into scarcity mode. It thinks I don't have access to food, and as a result, my body turns on all the alarms to try to get me to eat as much as humanly possible so that I can survive this famine. And I want you to imagine what it's actually like to go through your day with your body screaming at you that it's starving, and you just have to pretend that that's not happening. It's consuming all of your thought space and all of your energy, but you just have to pretend it's not real. There is no way to casually pursue weight loss when you're in that state. The behaviors have to be extreme because it's an extreme situation. So when people talk about how weight loss is not an option for them or weight loss is harmful for them, just believe them. Just take them at their word.
I hate to tell you this, but actively not wanting to be fat is indeed fatphobic. Also, your statement just indicated that people who work out are also people who do not want to be fat. Did you know that fat people work out without wanting to become thin?
Did you know that you can work out for reasons other than wanting to change your physical appearance?
The fitness and diet industry has absolutely perverted what exercise is and what it is good for, like mental health and cardiovascular health. The industry has brainwashed us into thinking that we can micromanage and control our bodies and exactly what every part of our bodies look like. Sure, you can control your body to some extent, but not through healthy means.
Rating diet food I was forced to have as a kid. Part 4. I feel like these are definitely more of a newer invention, and I'm so glad they have a baked option of potato chips. I mean, who would want to eat a regular potato chip? I mean, not a kid trying to fit in or anything. With all being said, I really fucking love all of these chips, especially these motherfucking Cheetos. These taste so much better than regular Cheetos. I don't know why. I think it's just more crunchy, less oily. It's just like delicious. Next up, we have turkey bacon. In one of my other videos, y'all had a lot to say about my mom cooking the turkey burgers until they're gray with no flavor. But I hate to say it, that's just how all turkey is. Turkey bacon, it's giving us nothing. Limp. It's either undone or burnt. Disgusting. Negative 10 out of 10. I had so many goddamn veggie straws growing up, I can't even look at them. I don't care if they're different fucking flavor or a different shape, I can't have them anymore. Veggie straws are giving me packing peanut. No flavor. I hate you, veggie straws. 0 out of 10.
I wanna take a pic with Cardi B inside my cardigan. Niggas know I'm late, they call me Shorty, Mr. Tardy Man. I just smoke my weed and fuck these hoes, I'm not no party man. Hit the plug and check the gas and take off in a Harley, man.